Hello Pisces, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your April tarot forecast. We're going to take a look at what's going to be happening in your love life, in your career and workspace, and we'll get you some guidance for how to best utilize the energy of the month. Okay, and I'm actually going to start with an oracle deck as usual, and today it's the Whispers of the Ocean, one of my favorite decks. It's a nice sunny day in York area. I'm very excited, and I decided, this kind of brings spring energy in. Let's invite it in, right? The season of Pisces is just finished. So happy belated birthday to anyone, especially to the March birthdays. And now we're in the season of Aries, and Aries is going to be ruling the energy till pretty much for most of April, right? Till April 20th inclusive. So yeah, we have a few astrological events that are happening in April. I might be doing separate readings for them, we'll see. But overall, we're gonna take a look at what's coming up for you, Pisces. At the end of the reading, I'm gonna use the Hermit Tarot cards, which is the deck of my token cards, to get you some messages from your person of interest to yourself. Of course, if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to hit the like button, to subscribe. If you feel to leave a comment, to share, I appreciate your support, guys, because it helps me circulate these messages with more people. And if this is not your story, because this is a collective reading, right? So if it doesn't resonate with you, check out readings for other placements: Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. I'm about to upload the rest of the videos. If you're not seeing your zodiac sign in the list, then just know that it's coming within, a few hours. Okay, let's get going, and better click the notification bell in your subscription so that you know exactly when it's gonna get uploaded. Let's see what we have for Pisces. Whoa. Okay, I'll take this one. It's card number 20, Shared Inspiration. Throw yourself into a new project. Be willing to let go of time constraints and rules, and really be aware of whatever fulfills your heart. I would say this is totally Pisces energy. 200%, So let go of any 3D limitations, even if other people are forcing you into that box. Get inside yourself, inside your heart center, and feel what is filling up your heart, what is making you happy. Throw yourself into this new project that you feel passionate about, that makes you happy. And if it's something that you're not sure is worth pursuing because you're not sure if it's going to be successful, if it's worth your time, just know if you're guided, you're driven by your passion and your curiosity, your interest, then it's definitely going to be beneficial one way or another, either for you as a person, or it may have financial gains and social gains that you don't know about just yet. Okay, I'm using the Steampunk Tarot for the main read, so let's see what's coming up for Pisces. Ten of Wands, Knight of Swords, Six of Pentacles. For your love space, for your career, wow, for Wands, the High Priestess, Justice. The advice, Five of Wands, Six of Cups, Nine of Cups. Nice. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. I've seen it in a few readings now. It's very interesting. It's this exploration on how you give and receive love, what it means for you. And when we say love, we mean this high vibrational energy exchange, right? It could be between friends, siblings, colleagues, like different kinds of love, but the essence is the same of how pure, how healthy this exchange is, or the other way around. Does it add value to your life? Does it make your day better? Or it's actually a burden? And we're actually gonna get to that now because you have 10 of Wands in your love space and it's pulling you down, or at least it's, spoiling your mood. It's bringing you down, and maybe your brain says that everything's okay, right? But if intuitively or emotionally you feel the opposite, you know that's a clear sign that something is wrong. Even if it looks good on the surface, there's something more going on here. And yeah, so we have, it looks like you're about to actually learn what that energy exchange is supposed to be about. You don't want to put up with old toxic patterns anymore. And notice that I'm not really just telling off your person here, right? Because a lot of us actually follow unhealthy patterns subconsciously, subconsciously, because that's how we've been brought up, you know, by generations before us. A lot of these things just happen automatically because that's how we've been treated ourselves. I'm not saying that that makes it okay. I'm just saying that the person doesn't necessarily have, you know, malicious intentions, or they want to, you know, use you. No, not necessarily like that at all. It could be the case, but I'm just saying that one thing doesn't automatically mean the other. But it's definitely something that you don't want to, there is some kind of pattern in your relationship you don't want to put up with because it's just too tough. It's bringing you down. Like it's, I'm just seeing this picture where you're almost like you have your like very heavy weights like kind of on the chain and around your neck, and they're like pulling you down towards the ground. It's super hard to stand up with that kind of burden, right? And you don't want to do it anymore. What you're looking for is the equal give and take, as a true partnership in a relationship. And you're right to be kind of to be able to communicate it, right? To at least think of certain things that you can live with, that you can't live with, and you know, some changes that you're thinking to make. And by any chance, if this is connected with them not allowing you to live a life and do what you want, then this part of truth is about you letting yourself do that, allowing yourself to do that, regardless of what that person is going to be saying, if they're going to be upset with you, if they're going to break up with you, right? You're putting your foot down in this case. You're like, no, this is important to me, I am doing it. Just don't burn the bridges. That's another thing I'm hearing. You may want to still fill in your person on what's going on. For example, if this is something, you know, this kind of big step you're making that they're not okay with, explain to them why it's important, why you want to pursue it, and ask for their support, at least to give them a chance, to give you a chance, and to give it some, you know, time. This is about the relationship and your communication with each other. Then yeah, just pinpoint not the things, not necessarily the things that went wrong, but the things that you like to be different in the future and why it's important. For example, if they are passive aggressive in communication, don't think of like 5 examples in the past of when that happened. That usually doesn't build a foundation for, you know, for a positive outcome in a conversation, right? And they're just gonna be defending themselves most likely, right? But if you build it towards, if you like do a little bit of homework in advance and you think of how you can change that around to why those things don't work for you, right? How you want more, for example, with that passive aggressive communication, for their, like, for this person to express their feelings and thoughts in a more transparent and explicit way, right? To participate in the conversation more, not just to stay quiet and kind of keep tension going and stuff, whatever it could be in your case, right? So focus on that, what you'd like to see more of, not paying attention to what you don't want, right? If you know what I mean. And that's going to be an important message for the universe as well. In terms of your workspace, so looks like a big legal contract is on the way. You're about to sign it, and you're asked to be a very detailed and very specific about the details, right? So read the small print, maybe get a consultation from a lawyer, you know, depending on how big it is, right? Or how much of a risk it is. So it's definitely, I'm not saying don't go for it, because that's exactly what you're asked to do, but follow your intuition in terms of how much you want to, you know, agree about and you want to risk, and, you know, legally, in terms of financial contract, all that stuff, right? If you're involved in other people, are they protected by this agreement? Or you're putting them, you know, it's a threat for them and their investments as well, right? Think this through. This is just asking you to kind of look a little bit behind the conditions on the surface. For some of you, I'm getting that you could be overlooking some important detail that will actually make your payback smaller at the end if it works out, right? So it's kind of it working against you right now. So maybe do get that extra consultation, right? For those of you who are starting a new project, long-term project, just know that maybe within the corporation, with your team, doesn't have to be an actual contract, right? Just make sure that you agree about ground rules, you know, at the beginning, so that everybody knows what to expect and you can be honest and kind and, you know, graceful to each other in those situations that could be coming up. Not everything could be pre-planned, of course, but I'm sure that you can think of some, you know, major specific kind of bullet points of what they need to understand, to know, and if you're in charge of the project, what you are expecting of them here. For the advice, we have 5 of Wands, 6 of Cups, 9 of Cups. So guess what? It's about you keeping on light and going for making your wishes come true. As silly as it sounds, but you know, it's not also it's not as easy as it may sound. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. That you will be distracted by other people's nonsense. They may be talking you out of something because it seems childish or it seems, you know, not very reliable, but know that your opinion is the main one here. You are asked, like we saw in the Oracle deck, to throw yourself into a new project. Let go of time constraints and rules and be aware of whatever, really be aware of whatever fulfills your heart. So that's priority number 1. Okay, messages from your person to you, Pisces. Okay, you got something? All right. Very concise messages here. Okay, a little bit longer one. We have sword, we have light, and we have this message from your person to you. Your family won't like me. So this could be part of the passive-aggressive behavior, actually, something unhealthy here. You know, some lack of confidence on their part, some overthinking. So at this time, I'm hearing just don't take it too close to heart. You know, if you can, if like the person is asking you specifically for some action, just ask them to, you know, to postpone it. If they haven't met your family yet, then maybe postpone that. If you were thinking about it in April, maybe it's not the best time. Just respect how they're feeling about it. But know that they, regardless of how they behave, they do value truthful and honest communication. And that's what they want for the two of you. So even if they're not very good at it, that's what they would like to have. And maybe you can help them out there, how to make it happen on the daily basis and specific examples. So what I'm getting here is they've probably been hurt quite a lot before. And when they were trying to be truthful, they got the heat of it, really. They were punished eventually for that. So they need to get into this space where it's going to be safe for them to share how they feel, you know, in a respectful, in a healthy way, but still to be honest about any topic. And you can help them get there. Okay, I hope this has been good for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you all, and I'll be back with more readings very soon.